All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes with your friend Trav Nasty. Today, I'm pretty excited to announce that they finally dropped my boy, Darth fucking Revan. I will not be able to unlock him, unfortunately, because he is a legendary character and can only be unlocked at 7 stars, which is 330 character shards, and unfortunately, I do not have the guys required at 7 star in order to make this happen. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the kit, and then we're going to jump into the event and see how far we can get, and, you know, whenever it's over, it's over. So let's go ahead and check out his moves real fast. There's this basic called Lacerate. Deal special damage to the target enemy. Inflict buff immunity on the target enemy and the enemy leader for 2 turns. If the target is the leader, reduce Darth Revan's cooldowns by 1. So that's pretty cool. Force Storm, first special. Deal special damage to all enemies and shock them for 2 turns. All Sith Empire allies gain 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns. This attack cannot be evaded. Sith Empire is a new faction tag that they've added with this event. So that's going to include Darth Revan. That's going to include Bastila, Fallen Bastila. It's going to include Sith Assassin, I think HK-47. So that'll be a new faction tag that a few people will get. That way you can differentiate between Sith Empire and Old Republic, because Darth Revan does not have the Old Republic faction tag. Even though he's from the Old Republic era, he's not part of the actual faction Old Republic. So, ferocity. Minus 15% defense and tenacity per stack, plus 8% offense and potency per stack, can't be copied. So that's basically 5 stacks of ferocity. That's 5 debuffs. Not bad, not bad. Here we go, his next special. Deal special damage to target enemy and inflict fear on them and the enemy leader for 1 turn. Now, this is going to be a mechanic that works really well with Fallen Bastila, because she also does fear. So, we'll see how that turns out. If the target is the leader, or if the leader is defeated, inflict fear on all enemies for 1 turn. This fear cannot be copied, dispelled, or resisted, and this attack can't be evaded. So here's your info for fear. Miss the next turn, can't use abilities, and can't evade. Increase cooldowns by 1, and fear expires on taking damage from an attack. So once you put fear on someone, you might want to wait before you damage them, because as soon as you damage that person, they're going to lose the fear. So you want to make sure the fear stays on long enough for them to at least lose their 1 turn, or maybe to have someone else land something really massive that they won't be able to evade. Leader, Lord of the Sith. Watch, this is going to be like 5 paragraphs. Okay, it's not that bad. Sith Empire allies are immune to turn meter reduction while they are debuffed, which means while you have that ferocity, 5 stacks, and gain 10% crit chance and 15 speed for each of their own debuffs. So if you just this 5 stacks of ferocity alone, you got plus 15 speed for each of those debuffs. At the start of each Sith Empire ally's turn, they gain 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns. So as soon as your turn starts, you're gaining 5 stacks of ferocity, which means you're getting, for each of those 5 ferocities, you're gaining 15 speed for each one, 10% crit chance for each one. So keep that in mind. At the start of battle, if all allies are Sith Empire, they have plus 50% crit damage. So that'll go nicely with the ferocity stacks, getting the critical chance. Now you'll have 50% crit damage. At the end of each turn, if an enemy fell below 50% health during that turn, inflict death mark on the enemy leader for 1 turn. This death mark can't be copied, dispelled, resisted, or evaded. So that's a pretty powerful leader ability, if I do say so myself. Conqueror, unique. Darth Revan has plus 100% defense penetration. At the start of each Sith Empire ally's turn, dispel all foresight on all enemies, which can't be evaded. When a Sith Empire ally is inflicted with ability block or stun, they dispel that buff and gain ferocity for 2 turns. Enemies can't assist or attack again if their attack is targeting Darth Revan. So that's kind of interesting. Enemies can't assist or attack again if their attack is targeting Darth Revan. So if you're targeting Darth Revan, you won't be able to use, for instance, Ezra when Ezra calls an assist, or Hermit Yoda calling an assist when he spreads the Grandmaster's training, or Bastila calling the assist when she spreads all of her buffs. So that's going to knock out a lot of people that are trying to run Jedi Revan teams and things like that, because you're not going to be, or General Kenobi, he has that swarm attack. This is going to shut that shit down real fast. And finally, finally our last unique villain. When Darth Revan uses an ability during their turn, if the selected target is already inflicted with Death Mark, Fear, or Corrupted Battle Meditation, Darth Revan immediately uses Lacerate, which is his basic. When Fear expires on an enemy, they also dispel all buffs on themselves. So if your enemy has Fear but also has a bunch of buffs, when that Fear goes away, all the buffs are going to go away. When Darth Revan's health falls below 50%, it is equalized with the other healthiest ally. That is going to make him pretty hard to kill. So as you can see, he's going to be a pretty buff character. So let's jump into the event real fast and see. Oh, what? Never mind. I take it back. Client must be restarted. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, restart my client, and I'll catch you guys in just a couple minutes.